This is a realistic fishing's reel. He told me he got it for $30 or something. He got a good deal on it, but he said he made 5 casts with it and it stopped working. I guess it wasn't a good deal after all. But look at this. I'm turning the handle. The clutch is disengaged, but seems to be engaged. The line roller, what is this called? It's not a line roller, but a line guide on the bait caster is moving. The spool is not moving. And when you press the clutch, the spool is moving, but you can't reel any line with it. So I'm thinking some kind of clutch problems with it. For those of you who care, is this the Fluger model Templar? I don't know bait casters, folks. I think it's Templar. Not that Templar means anything. I can promise you that this same reel, the exact same reel, maybe different color, different knobs or something, is sold by, I don't know, 5 to 10 different names. All of these generic brands, pretty much other than Daiwa, Shimano, and Abu Garcia, everybody else sells the same shit. But okay, let's open this reel and see if we can fix anything, and then if we can make it not break again. This stupid reel uses a 13mm cap. I had to go all the way to the garage to get a tool for the cap of this reel. Folks, don't buy reels that use a 13mm cap. 10mm or 12mm, that's it. Nothing else is worth it. No good will come out of a reel that is using a 13mm cap. Why are you using a different cap than everybody else? The reel is the same, but that's how you're gonna make it different? By putting a non-standard cap on it? Okay. It does look brand new for what it's worth. Why this? Yep. I want to remove. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is pushable button. Wow. Wow, technology. You go, Fluger. Does this come all the way? Maybe not. Well. It is out all the way now. A bunch of magnets here. This is supposed to be out like this. Is this supposed to be here? This line here, buddy? Hey, I think we found the culprit already. This line, Mr. Realistic, not a baitcast expert, but this line is not supposed to be here, first of all. Second of all, if you can see this, it bent the spool a little bit. Is that going to be a problem? Well, it will cause a slight, what is it, disharmonic, slight unbalance. It will cause a slight unbalance. Yeah, that's not supposed to be here, and this happened a long time ago. This happened a long time, because he reeled line. After this happened, he put line. You know, right now I'm not concerned with this. I'll just cut the line to get rid of this thing. Okay, and we can put new line later, because I don't want to unspool 100 feet of line on my desk here. If it works, we're gonna fix it later. Yeah, this is That's why I didn't want to remove the line, but I started doing it. I mean, I took out a lot of line. This is kind of a... How did this happen? Look at this. The cut line is still here. Still here, even though, look, I removed 100 feet of line already. How is that possible? Okay, finally got rid of the line. Okay, there is a story to be told here, but I will let Mr. Realistic Fishing share this story, how this happened. So look, there is still more. This line needs to be removed altogether, but we don't have an issue anymore. But I'll give it to him, but he needs to remove all of this line and put it back on. For right now, this tape will suffice. Now, is there anything else to do here? I don't know if I should mess with the reel, folks. I mean, I can replace this bearing with a hybrid ceramic bearing, I guess. Let me inspect it at least, since we're here. We go. Where is the other tool? Yeah, that's not the right bearing for the spool, folks. Yeah, it's greased and protected and will last a long time, but look, it has zero free play. It's very smooth. It is smooth, but you're never gonna cast far. I mean, it has zero free play. I have bearings in my spinning reels that spin better than this. It is smooth though. Let's see if I have the right size. Where is this? 4. By 10. 4 by 10 by 4. Let's see if I have this, but if I go this route, I'm gonna put more money in the reel than the reel was worth it on the first place. Is this correct? I have 3 by 10 by 4, but not 4 by 10 by 4. Yeah, it is 4. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have 4 by 10 by 4. I have 3 by 10 by 4. I've never seen one that uses such a big shaft. Wow, look at the shaft they made for this. That's a big shaft. Yeah, that's not gonna spin fast. Now this one I'm sure I do have. Are you gonna come out easy, or do I need a special tool? Gosh, damn it, nothing is gonna go easy. See it how it pushes it in this pen here? What the hell, folks? Even this one is 4. 4 by 10 by 4. Same. And we need 2 of these suckers, 4 by 10 by 4. Well, this knob just almost fell off. This knob has weird history too, because this C-clip is not supposed to sit in the knob. This C-clip should sit in this bed here to keep the bearing from falling out. Let's see the size of this one. Maybe we replace at least one. This one is 3 by 9. Are you kidding me? This reel doesn't have one normal bearing. 3 by 9 by 3. I have 3 by 8 by 3, but no, it has to be 3 by 9 by 3. I don't know what to do. Let me test all of the bearings. Yeah. Yeah, all 3 bearings, folks, are full of grease under the metal shield. These 3 bearings is what the spool axis is spinning in, and you want something that spins easy, but this doesn't. So I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I don't mind replacing these bearings because usually, I'm selling bearings. I have so many bearings on the wall behind me, but none of these bearings are a standard size. This freaking cap is not standard size. Just nothing is standard size on this. So we'll see. Howdy folks. It's been 3 weeks since I opened this reel apart. I finally got the replacement bearings and my gosh, you're not gonna believe what bearings I got for this reel. These are fully ceramic bearings. They're not hybrid ceramic, they're fully ceramic. The race is ceramic and the ball is ceramic. In the hybrid ceramic bearings, which are more than good enough for that reel, the bearing itself is metal, only the little balls inside are ceramic. But in this one, everything is ceramic, 100% zirconium ceramic bearing. To tell you the truth, before somebody says something, let me say this preventatively. It is absolutely stupid to put this kind of bearing in this kind of reel. I spent, I guarantee you, more money on these bearings than you can sell this reel for on the market. The only reason I'm doing this is, actually there are 2 reasons. One, I want to make a fun video and have some fun myself. To tell you the truth, if this was my reel, I would have never done it, but because I'm doing it for realistic fishing, I'm gonna have fun, he's gonna have fun when he gets the reel, so be it. I went and bought these bearings. Now I really wanted the cheaper hybrid ceramic bearings, but I just couldn't find them in these sizes. I don't know why they don't use standard size bearings, I don't know. They use huge bearings to support the spool. Why do you want such a huge bearing to support the spool? But anyway, let's compare them. Here we go. The steel and the ceramic. Now let's test the ceramic. Do we get a little bit better? Can you hear this? Look how long it's spinning without stopping. It's still spinning. Now it stopped. This is what you want when you cast your spool. You don't want the bearing to hit the brakes. If you want brakes, you should put brakes here. You don't want your bearings to hit the brakes. But because this bearing behind the metal shield is full of grease, now you could soak it in some kind of acid and get the grease out. But I can tell you, because this is a cheap bearing, the tolerances are not good and it will never spin like this. By the way, if somebody wants to support this video, I haven't put my PayPal in a video in 5 years. But for this particular video, I will put it. I did spend a lot of money on these bearings. So ideally, I would see 5 or 6 people with a $5 donation. But let's see. I will report that in the comments later. So everything looks good here. One slight concern that I have, I know where this one goes, but I kind of forgot what I took out of this reel and what I did. I know this one is easy. And I remember that when I removed the cap, there was something wrong with the C-clip that is supposed to hold this. So let's see if we can figure the C-clip. Just push that sucker down. Now ideally you would hear something like a click. Now this is a properly installed C-clip. Yeah, no free play. Yeah, that feels good. You press it a little bit deeper. That's enough. I don't want it to go all the way. I think the last one was over here. This is not going in smoothly. Was it even supposed to be here or somewhere else? Yeah, it's gotta be here. Let's make sure we're pushing it. Oh, there was a trick to it. The trick is, folks, if it doesn't go, check if you're doing something stupid. If you're doing something stupid, stop it. Stop. There was one old joke. One doctor was telling everybody to just stop it. But that he was like, well, that's stupid. Stop it. Stop. Don't do that. Stop it. Put one C-clip here. Okay, this is properly installed bearing. See how the C-clip has a little bed. Has to go in the bed or it will pop out. This part was the magnetic. Without that, we have no brakes. That thing used to be here. Somehow. Something is not right here because this is touching directly. This cannot be touching directly the spool, folks. That's not how brakes work. There is a problem with this part, folks. That part is not supposed to be free. That part is supposed to sit here, probably on this little clipic over here. Where would that clipic go? I cannot figure how to put this back, folks. I hope there's nothing broken. I spent freaking $30-something on bearings. Let me remove this plate and try to look at this thing. And I put my screwdrivers. Try to look at this thing from the other side. Because I cannot figure how to make it sit there. I don't know if the brakes were already broken, popped out, and that caused the problem on the first place. Maybe it was the brakes that caused the line issue that I showed you. Or Mr. Realistic tried to fix it and he took the brakes. He popped the brakes out. Okay. Oh, maybe it should come out of here. I got it. I think I got it. So when you put it all the way in, you have to turn this cap to hold it. I think I got it. See how the tooth is here now? Stuck forever. But now the magnet is here, never to fall off and never to touch the spool. Now I have to figure how to put, I just figured how to do this. Now I have to figure how to, I'm kind of tired of figuring things here, folks. See how the dial has to be in this cut here, otherwise it's not gonna work. I don't know if you guys see this rectangular cut here, and then there is a pin. And the pin has to be in that cut. Wow. That was some freaking intricate positioning. Bunch of, yeah, now everything sits flush. Okay. All right. Now I'm at least confident that the brakes are installed and functioning properly because they just popped out. All right, folks, the screws are all tightened up. Make sure everything works. You gotta be aware of where the dial is and not take it out of the races here, out of the limiters. This dial should stay between 0 and 10, because if you go more than 10, I mean, it has a tiny plastic limiter here, but if you force it or push it and go beyond the limit, the whole thing will pop out. the brakes will come out if you go more than the limiter. The brakes need to stay between 0 and 10 on this reel. So, okay, look how close the magnetic brakes are to the surface now. Look how they're going deeper now. I went all the way down to 0. So now the magnetic brakes are very far from the spool and they're not gonna stop the spool. And now they're closer to the spool and they're gonna stop the spool. Okay, so at least now all of the bearings are installed properly with the C-clips and the brakes are sitting good. Now let's see if we can finally put Humpty Dumpty back together again. All right, folks, everything is done. I put a bunch of tape so the tape can kind of hold itself. Where did I put this? And the line doesn't jump out anymore. It's time, folks, for the moment of truth. Let's see what kind of job iFish did after all with all of these stupid ceramic bearings. Okay, let me hold it properly. Maybe ceramic bearings do make a difference after all. I'm willing to bet money with you that this reel did not spin this free when it was brand freaking new. There is no way, folks, you're gonna get this reel to spin like this with these bearings. They're packed full of grease. It cannot happen. Yeah, $35 for bearings. But now I'm satisfied with this. Let's check the free spool now. I just opened it and it started spinning. I couldn't spin it very fast. Seems to spin pretty free to me. I don't know what you think, but I couldn't even... Oh, that's better. Yeah. I would say that spins fast enough. You see this little gap between the spool and the frame. I know for a fact that realistic fishing is aware of this gap, but you gotta be careful. That's the only reason he's fishing with this diameter line. So the line doesn't get inside this gap, but it did anyway. Folks, I'm very happy with this stupid little plastic Korean reel. I don't think this is Chinese. The Chinese use Daiwa and Shimano bearings. The Koreans use different bearings. So let me give you my opinion on what I think happened with the reel. There were two issues with the reel. The line jumped out of the spool into the gap and was impossible to pull out. So it kind of got in a bind here and it just wouldn't move. That's the first issue. The second issue was the magnetic brakes here had popped out of the clip and out of the bed, and the magnetic brakes were rubbing directly on the spool. When I removed the side plate, the magnetic brakes just fell into my hand. Oh. This is supposed to be out like this. So these are the two issues. Line jumped out and the brakes were out of the bed here, out of the clip. But what exactly happened? There are two scenarios. The first scenario is Mr. Realistic made a very long cast. The line jumped out of here and got into a bind. He started fixing it here. He went probably too far. But I can imagine if you're really upset that your brand new reel is binded here, if you force it a little bit, you might move it beyond the 0 and then the magnetic brakes will pop out, and then there is no fixing that anymore. But the other scenario is that it was the cheap plastic brakes that popped out first. And once the plastic brakes pop out of the bed that I show you and they hit the spool, they're gonna jam the spool and they're gonna cause the line to jump out and get the whole thing binding. So I don't know which thing happened first, but I'm pretty sure that the line issue and the magnetic brake issue are kind of connected together. But either way, this reel is spinning free now and ready to go. One more time, if anybody wants to support this particular video, I will put my PayPal in the description. But either way, this is the end of this video. One last free spool test and I let you go. Or maybe this will be my outro. This is the outro then. Take care, guys. Bye bye. See you with the next one.